Play the music.
Thank you very much for joining me. How you been? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Steve Renazizi. I'm the guy. I'm the guy. Fucking lit. I'm the guy. Steve Renazizi. Lit. I'm the guy. I'm the guy. Fucking lit. I'm the guy. Steve Renazizi. What's the odds? What's the odds? What's the odds? What's the odds?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. What's the odds? With Steve Renazizi. I missed that music. I missed that face. I miss the studio. I miss all of you. We are live, ladies and gentlemen.
I just watched the last season.
Aaron, do I turn this off myself or do you do it? I don't even. I'm so fucking rusty.
It is.
Do I turn it up? You're doing it. Look at that fucking fade, dude. Ooh. This is so great that I don't have to worry about this shit anymore. We are back in the All Things Comedy Studio. What's the odds with Steve Renazizi? It is June 4th, 2021, and it has literally been almost a year and a half since either of us have been in this place.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to start with you, okay? I haven't truly laid eyes on you in over a year and a half. I saw you very briefly last weekend doing shows, but I didn't really get a chance to give you a big... You look...
fucking ripped, right?
Dude, okay. It was alarm.
Right?
Yes. Well,
I told you.
I saw you at the corner of my eye at the Supernova show, and I was like, okay, I don't know if it's cold and he's wearing multiple layers, but
no.
When I saw you, I said to myself, hold on, dude. Someone has been like getting into that Tom Hardy Bane, because it's not, you don't look like you just gained like shredded muscle. You actually look like you just got like bigger, like more mass, dude.
It's a lot of wine.
It's not just wine. It's alarming to me. It almost is like, are you getting ready for something? Like, is something besides the wedding? I know the wedding, but you really get like, what are you, a chick? Are you working on this for the wedding?
No. I'm just getting ready for life, Steve. I'm ready for anything. Whatever you want to throw at me, I can handle now. I'm a man.
I mean, well, that's the thing. And I'm glad, because you are miniature. You're tiny. And so whatever mass you can bring to it, otherwise you're like a jockey.
Yeah,
you know, like,
when I have my bagel boss moment, I'm going to be able to throw a punch.
That's what I'm saying. It looks like you're getting ready for some sort of celebrity boxing, like, because you look good, dude.
Yeah.
You look like you're ready to do something athletic.
I'm calling out Jake Paul. After this next fight, calling him out.
Yeah, well, this is going to be a fuck. Look, are you going to watch this thing this weekend?
No. I'm not giving him money. Anyone who buys the fight, you're a fucking idiot. Don't give him your money.
The thing is, though, the problem is, here's the problem in that logic, is that one of two things is going to happen. You're either going to watch Floyd Mayweather get knocked out for the first time in his life by someone who's probably 30 to 80 pounds heavier than he is. Mm-hmm. Or you're going to watch, finally, someone shut this fucking guy up. Now, I don't think either of those things. I think it's going to be like a go the distance sort of, whatever it is, 5 or 6 rounds. He's going to shake him off, and no real damage is going to get done to either one of these guys, and someone's going to have to make a decision, and then it's going to be a beef between the two. Whatever.
It'll be like the Pacquiao fight years ago that was like all hype, and we were so excited.
Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, you're talking about the Mayweather Pacquiao fight?
Mayweather
or the Mayweather
Pacquiao,
okay.
And it was just all defense.
Yeah. Well, they were over they're past their prime at that point. That fight should have happened years before.
Yeah.
That. But this is like, it's not like an exhibition where they're going to be trying to really hurt each other. There's no one that's going to be like, hey, I'm just here for a paycheck. So.
He took his hat. And then he got a tattoo that says, I took your hat.
Well,
he needs to get knocked the fuck out. But
that's what I'm saying, though.
I'm not going to watch it. I'll find it on Twitter 5 seconds after it ends.
I don't know how to do any of that. I'm a legal person. I like to play by the rules.
I'm not going
to jail
this is not
for
illegal.
Jake fucking Paul.
I'm not going to stream the fight illegally. I'm going to watch the highlights after.
How much how much is it? Tell me, do you know how much it is?
Let's look it up.
The one I want to see is the brother versus Tyrone Woodley. That's going to be a fucking good one.
Yeah.
Because Tyrone Woodley, yes, he's no Ben Askren. He's going to take this shit seriously.
It's $50.
$50. It's right at the price point. If it was 65 or over or more, I would be like, no fucking way. I'll watch it the next day. I don't care. I can see highlights of that. But 50 is like almost the right amount to be like, God damn it.
Yeah, they know
I'll
what
just
they're
watch
doing.
it.
I mean, props to the Paul brothers. They know what they're doing. And they've taken over boxing.
They've made it exciting. And they've done more than anyone else except for Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Tyson Fury, I don't know if you saw that, slid into to Jake Paul's DMs because they asked him yesterday, is there anyone you won't fight? And he's like, I won't fight Tyson Fury. And he asked me to. He said, how about my brother takes on your brother and you and I fight one night? And he's like, no, thanks. I'm good. He knows. And that shows me like some sort of sense of like understanding of the sport and the levels at which you have to be at to be. But, taking on the pound for pound best fighter when he retired 3 years later at an entirely different weight class, entirely different. For 6 rounds, he might get away with it.
Yeah.
He might get away with it.
I mean, I hope not, but we'll see. I won't see. I'll see after.
Yeah, I guess $50 I'm going to be with my friends from high school. We're going to be I'm going to this golf outing next week for a couple days, and so I fly in Sunday. So it might be a thing where we drunkenly order it, just to kind of see what the fuck goes on.
No, I'm cake tasting this weekend.
Excuse me?
I'm cake tasting.
Not with that body or not.
Yes, I am.
You just eat it and then throw it right back up?
Basically, I have the person yelling in my ear to, how much I can eat and then spit it out.
I mean, the haircut, everything looks good, dude. You got to just put it on pause for right now. Don't blow up.
I'm not going to blow up.
But like, are you continuously doing something? I don't have a man crush on you. I'm just saying
we're doing P90X together.
Every day?
Pretty much every day, at least 5 days a week.
And you guys fuck right after?
Sometimes, yeah.
Nice. That is a hot one. Tracy and I used to do 90 minutes of hot yoga on Wednesday nights from like 8 to 9:30. We would get babysitters, right?
Just I don't need you to go into
No.
detail
We would
about
go to a place, dude.
After hot yoga. I don't want to think about that.
First of all,
90 minutes of you
First of all, I never did the 90 minutes.
You sweat doing a 90-minute podcast.
I don't like to do, and first, I don't like to do anything for 90 minutes. What do you want to do for 90 minutes? I'll sit and watch a sporting event for 90 minutes, but I still can't sit in a chair. I got to get up and walk around. Nothing can happen for 90 minutes. So I'm not doing it. And most of the reason is because that hot yoga, it's 100 degrees, and all you hear after like 30 minutes is like moisture, and you hear people, and it's fucking gross, and I can't get it out of my head.
I'm warm now.
So I would do it for like 45 and then lay on the mat for 45. But the point I'm getting to is we get home. The kids would be sleeping. The babysitter goes home. We'd have a glass of wine. She showers. I shower. Maybe sometimes we shower together. That never happened, only in my mind. I don't know why I said that. But
you don't shower together?
No, she's not into it.
We only shower together.
Good for you guys.
Yeah.
Good for you guys. That's great. That'll change. Young love. That is young love, right, Aaron?
Oh, it's been 7 years.
I'll be married for 15 this year, and I think I can count on one hand the number of showers. I think we've had sex in the shower twice. One time by accident. And then the 3 other times, it was like I dropped something and all of a sudden I went to pick it up and I was inside of her. Like I guided it towards it, but I got in there and she kind of didn't say anything, so I just continued on. I don't know what you call that.
That's rape.
I don't want to use that word. I don't want to use that word. But the 3 other times were just for convenience, mostly because it was like, this is the amount of hot water we have, and we got to get it done. Or we have like 11 seconds to get both of us clean. My point is this, dude. You stay with that. Your body looks great. I'm sure her body looks great. We haven't seen her. I honestly think you've killed her and eaten her.
No, she was on audio only. I didn't pre-record it.
Exactly. That's my point.
They were yes and no answers. But
here and there. But I haven't laid eyes on her in a while. But look, congratulations to the both of you. You seem to really have a great connection. You haven't gotten, like, people went different ways over. I didn't gain that much. I'm good.
You look pretty much the same.
It's just that fat face, but that's not going away. I think
you're wearing a fat guy's shirt.
John Daly. Yeah, well, I'm wearing I did a golf lesson this morning. I worked out, then I took a quick shower and came over here. And honestly, I completely forgot about the video portion of this. I forgot we did that. It's been so long. I'm usually doing this from like face up, controlling my own light, which I look really sunburned. But you know what it is? It's fucking TOC time, Tournament of Champions. We won our first Tournament of Champions game on Tuesday. Tomorrow we've got the big these guys are the Yankees, and we are the Tampa Bay. I don't want to say that. I hate them, but we are the team. They're the Dodgers, and we're the Padres. And they know they're going to win, but we're going to give them 2 fucking hours of hell.
Was Jonah pitching?
He will. Yeah. I'm not giving out our game plan in case people are listening. He's in the mix to pitch.
So he already knows the first 15 pitches he's throwing?
He's in the mix to pitch. I'm not going to give you I'm not going to commit to, I'm not giving you an injury report or any of that stuff. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to give away. They don't do that. These teams at this level, they start to, I know now. Like when you beat the team that we beat the other day, they were pretty good. We beat them a couple times during the regular season, and you could tell they were like, you have a good pitching, and we're not going to be able to compete. But then they give us about the next team. They go, these guys don't fuck around. Delayed steals, things like that. So, yeah, okay, we're not going to let them run us out of the game. I'll tell you that right now. We're not getting mercied, and we're going to stay in this thing, and we're going to give them 2 fucking hours of hell. And we're going to delay steal, and we're going to make their pitcher throw around, and we're going to make their guys make the extra. We're going to take extra bases. We're going to get aggressive on the base pass, and all of a sudden, in the 5th inning, when they look up and they go, "Oh shit, it's 2-2." This wasn't. We were supposed to be beating these guys. Then they're going to know. And then we got something really, really special in store for the last inning.
You're going to throw on a jersey and you're going to play.
None of your business. It's not. I'm not telling you. I can't tell you. But they're going to be surprised what we have saved for the very end. And then, we're playing with the house's money, bro. We're playing with the house's money. So yeah, that's why I'm sunburned. And then we have All-Stars after that. So I'm not. I literally wear the fisherman's hat now and the sleeves. Like you can tell, my arms are not that bad, but the sleeves and my hand, everything. But I'm doing the best I can to stay hydrated. What is this, by the way? Did you bring Pinot Grigio?
That is Pinot Grigio. That is Italian.
Whoa.
And this is how you know it's good Italian wine. These little strips up here, only the bottles that are made a certain way. Like Italy is very serious about their wine, and they meet all these standards. So there's 2 different kinds of labels that you would see on here. So if it has a label, DOC and DOCC, that means it's good fucking wine.
Thank you so much. Is that for us to share right now, or do we have to drink this right? I mean,
whenever you want.
I got a day to do today.
Whatever you want.
All right. I mean, I feel bad. Like I want to drink it with you. I want to drink more wine with you because it seems like you've really gotten into that.
Yeah.
And I'm into it too. And I like the Grigio. It's lighter in the summer.
It's very good.
It's awesome. I'm going to try it out, and I'm going to drink the whole bottle on the way home and see if I can make it home before I finish it.
Well, that's why I got you the beer size.
Yeah, I stay hydrated. I'm keeping. I'm trying to stretch more because I'm getting I'm a third base coach, dude, and I get animated. I'm waving people around. I'm hands up, and I get I got to stay low with these kids. I got to stay on eye level. So I should practice with you. You should get off. And I feel terrible, by the way. I want to change the tone for a second. I make fun of you, but I do love you.
Oh, I know. And I think, they don't know that, but I know it.
They know it. And
they
your
have
parents
no
that
idea.
listen, I want you to know that I love this guy. And I love you guys as well. Because you brought me a present that your brother got. I believe it was your brother, right?
Brother-in-law, yeah.
Brother-in-law got from my son. It was a Derek Jeter thing. That was great. And it hasn't been taken out of the mint condition case so far. And then you got me a nice card that your parents gave to you to give to me, I'm sure.
It was like a year
about my
late.
dad passing. A year late, right before I got on stage, and I read it. And I had a horrible set. And I really don't know why you would give me that card.
Well, you weren't supposed to read it right before you went up.
I didn't know that. You didn't say anything. You didn't say hey, this is from my parents about your dead dad.
Well, you should have known.
You gave me a present and a card, so I'm thinking the card goes with the present.
Why would I give you a card?
So I opened the card
up. In what world
up.
would I give you a card
you
for
said
anything?
this is from, I thought it was, you said my brother, but it was your brother-in-law, for Jonah. Great, thank you. And this is a card. So I'm thinking to myself, this is the card that goes with the present. I open it up
Why
to go.
would you open it? It's for Jonah.
Well, first, I'm his keeper, his handler.
You're
take care of
his
the
shit.
fan mail.
You're North Korea.
No, I take care of the fan mail. But my point is, I didn't need to be emotionally jolted like that moments before I step on stage.
Well, I
appreciate
was there.
the gesture.
I was there. It wasn't a bad set. It was par for the course.
I don't even know what that. I think that's a dig. It feels like a slight dig.
No, you had some new stuff. It was fun. It was a fun set. It's a great room.
Thanks.
Supernova.
It is a fun room. And I think that I told them they should keep that thing going for as long as they're allowed to.
We are.
I mean, it's not gonna. It never rains, so I don't know what it's going to be like temperature-wise in the summer. It could get a little nuclear out there, but
the sun goes
that means
down
chicks
and it's
wear
not.
less.
Sun goes down. It's not that bad.
I'll do the show naked.
Yeah.
You see the girls that hang out there?
It
reminds me of the old Dublins.
Young Hollywood crowd.
It's insane. I do my set and I get out of there. I can't hang around that place. I'm not built for it. I wear stuff like this. I look like White Man Can't Jump when I show up, So, but the point is, I appreciate the gesture. Thank you very much. I understand where it came from and the wonderful place that it came from, but poorly timed.
Yeah.
Just really poorly timed.
Story of my life.
Yeah, so that's like tournament or champion. Like we got all this stuff going on. I have to.
You have to focus.
I have to focus on that.
Yeah.
I really, really have to focus on that. But the golf game is like my golf game's pretty good right now. Like, really good. Like, does anyone want to play? I already talked to McCowan. He's like, okay, great. We're gonna be going down to San Diego for shows. Shameless plug. La Jolla Comedy Store, Father's Day weekend. You have no plans, come down. It is also the U.S. Open who's going to be there, so you might run into a famous PGA Tour player or multiple ones or caddies at least. And there's not a lot of tickets, so just come down. They're going to sell out, so just get your tickets. But we're going to go play golf down there, and we're going to play for money for the first time, I think. Him and I.
You've never played against him for money.
We've not just him versus me, one-on-one, me versus you. Let's set up a bet. We've played in like partners with other people, and like I've lost money to him as a part of a group or a skin situation, but never like me versus you. X amount of dollars a hole. Here's how we're going to set it up, and let's go.
Just don't lose your whole weekend check to him.
He told me to bring at least $1,000.
Jesus
cash.
Christ.
And I told him, bring your whole ATM card. All of it. The whole thing.
Are we placing side bets?
Sure.
I would love to throw some money on court.
I'll let you know when I know the strat. What did you say?
I said I would. Look, you're 6 years away. I believe in you, but it's a 6-year plan. It's not a 2-month plan and then let's go blow our load.
Dude. Oh, you sound like all the guys at the Criers tournament that I beat the fuck out of, but 2 weeks
ago. Was Court there?
No, he was not.
Yeah, he doesn't play in Criers tournaments. He plays in real shit.
It doesn't matter where he plays in. The point is I play the way I play in the situations I play in. Okay?
Okay.
And that's well. So I'm not saying that I'm going to wipe the floor with him, but for the first time in my life, I'm like...
You could maybe keep up with him.
Yeah, or not lose $1,000. I'll tell you that right now. We'll now. No one's going to fucking walk over this guy anymore on the golf course.
Okay.
No one.
Okay.
Just like you're with your new big body over there?
Well, yeah, I did this. You know why I did this? So I can carry the bag. I want to be able to go 18 holes and carry a bag.
So you'll be there soon. That's right. This is Dad's water bottle. You see that? Dad's. We have so many of these fucking water bottles around the house. This is Dad's. Don't fuck with it.
This is Ralph's.
Where do you want to start first?
We are 100 days exactly away from NFL kickoff, and I am pumped. I'm already doing research, digging deep into these lineups. I already have a fantasy team in my mind that I'm drafting, and it is very good.
How do you have a fantasy team? And look, you cannot have a whole team in your mind already.
You
don't even know where half the chips are going to still fall in the NFL.
But here's what I do.
So you're telling me right now your fantasy team has no Packers. I'm sure of that, because how the fuck do you know if you'd want to draft a Packer?
Not interested in a Packer right now.
Exactly.
We have
you.
to know.
But if Aaron Rodgers is there, now all of a sudden...
systems, Steve. I can look at systems and go, this is going to be a good offense. This is going to be a good defense. Yeah. And then I can go, okay, this guy I would like in the first or second round. This guy I'd like in the third or fourth. This guy I'm not touching. So I'm starting to do that. I'm starting to break it down so then I'm ready.
Yeah.
So I have a pool of players. So then, when the draft does happen, if you take my guy, I have 3 other guys I can
that you've
slip
been
right
clocking.
in.
Okay. But yeah, you don't have like a dead set, like I've got, this is how I'm going.
That's crazy, because it would never happen
Of course. That's what I'm hoping to make sure.
Impossible.
Yeah, that's still the most interesting thing that's happening probably in sports to me. because how does he show up next week, Aaron Rodgers, to mandatory OTAs?
See.
The fact that his wide receivers haven't shown up to these OTAs.
And not even just Adams, everybody. The
All
entire room is not there.
So, what is it exactly? If I'm the Packers now, I'm going, what is it exactly that he wants or can make this go away or better? Because they're not going to trade him. Mm-hmm. I think they took they could have, and they would have saved a shit ton of money on the cap. So he's staying there. His wide receivers are not showing up. And then what are they just going to wait till next week to see if he fucking shows up? I mean, is that the game plan for the Packers at this point?
I got to imagine he's talking to them and they're working out some contract that'll be, this is how much longer I want to play and this is how much money I want to make.
Is that really what this whole thing's about, though? I mean,
it isn't. It's his ego and the fact that they drafted Love a couple of years ago or last year, whatever it was, and now he's going to make them pay for hurting him.
I mean, if this whole thing turns out to be about money,
I don't think it's about money. He doesn't need money. He has money. He's a competitor, but he's also he's like that kid that is better than everybody else, but as soon as one person beats him, he starts crying and says that it's rigged. They draft this guy with the intention to replace him, and he goes, well, I'm still here. I'm doing good, so you guys suck. And he's...
Yeah, but usually the problem with that analogy is that guy usually isn't as good as he was before. The problem is Aaron Rodgers is better than everybody else still. Everybody. Yeah. And so...
Does he not remember when he was that guy?
Yeah.
And Favre was there?
When they had the whole, the ESPYs, when he's like, hey, some people are, him and Favre presenting together.
There's things wrong with him. He doesn't have a relationship with his family.
And honestly, I'll say this to your point, though, Aaron. He's way better now than Favre was when he was there.
Very true.
Mm-hmm. Way better.
Yeah.
Favre wasn't winning MVPs.
No.
He could barely win a playoff game those last couple of years. And rightfully so. The guy took hits when you took fucking hits in the NFL for 20 years and almost never missed a game.
Yeah.
But, he wasn't at the level that Aaron Rodgers is.
He doesn't like his GM. That's
the thing. So I'm saying the how this whole thing comes to an ending is I don't think we signed a new contract, here it is. It's like, hey, we sat down for whatever it was and we really hashed out. And what those things are and what we came to an agreement on, we're going to keep that between us. Mm-hmm. But we're ready to go play football and here we go. Yeah. Like that to me, because what is a new contract? Unless you're going to write in the contract, like I've got GM abilities or I have player personnel decision making, what are you going to, is it more money?
Or maybe the GM gets fired.
I don't think you're firing your fucking GM a month before a
Him and the coach have kind of thrown him under the bus and said they don't like him.
So can I say something? But if you're Aaron Rodgers, you really want the coach to get you want to bring in a new fucking coach a month and a half or 100 days before a season?
New GM.
Yeah. So you're not getting rid of everyone, and I don't know. I just think it's got to be. They have to give him something that he wants, obviously, and I don't think it's money. And whatever it is, they're going to have to sit down and talk to him about it or give it to him. Mm-hmm. And that's the only way I think it's going to get fixed. And are they waiting for that for next week to go, oh, he's not here, I guess we should get him on the phone?
We'll see. I
don't know.
Maybe he just likes the attention. Maybe he has every intention of showing up next week. And this was all, I just want to take a vacation with my fiance, go to Hawaii and chill. I
don't mind that.
37? So it's not like he needs to go to OTAs.
I don't mind that, but I'm codependent, season. And I'm especially codependent when I've got the best quarterback in the NFL, one of the top 3.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is he doesn't need to be there, and he likes the attention of the media, and everyone's still talking about him, so maybe he's just dragging this out, and he's going to show up next week.
When I heard Miles Teller got punched in the face...
I didn't hear about that.
You didn't hear about that?
No.
So Miles Teller and his wife... were in Hawaii with Aaron Rodgers and his fiance, and they were partying together and hanging out. You saw the pictures and stuff. Mm-hmm. And then, a day went by, and then I hear Miles Teller gets punched in the face in Hawaii. And so, before I got into any, I go, holy shit, he got into they probably got wasted or something, and then they jar, and this is gonna be great. Aaron Rodgers punched Miles Teller in the face. No, Miles Teller was in a restaurant with his. I guess Aaron Rodgers had already left the island or whatever. So they were. He was in a restaurant with his fiance. He got up to go to the bathroom. Some guy came in, confronted him, and then ended up punching him in the face. And apparently, the guy was his wedding coordinator. I guess they got married in Maui at the same place like a year ago, and he thought he stiffed him on whatever it was, and blah 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 blah, and so he punched him in the face. So, which by the way, you should take into consideration with your new body. If you don't like the way things go at the day of your wedding,
I should punch people in the face.
Punch someone in the fucking face. Yeah. That will get everyone's attention. Just don't do it to Cassie. That's a bad way to start it. That's all I'm going to say. But I thought Aaron Rodgers punched him in the face.
Well, you could probably take a hit. He was in that boxing movie. Miles Teller. He was in the boxing movie about the guy that broke his spine and then came back.
Yeah, I think he seems like a fine person to take a punch. But anyway, Aaron Rodgers is a soap opera, walking soap opera, and I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's the most interesting thing in the NFL right now. That and the fact that I don't know if Tom Brady. I don't know, like. What is this whole, like, he'll be more coaching than he will, like, is that what's going to happen now? Like, is he going to be able to play quarterback?
Well, I said last year he couldn't play quarterback.
No. And you were dead wrong. Do you remember?
Statistically, was I wrong?
The fuck?
Statistically, was I wrong?
Okay. I'd like to go over one stat with you.
He won the Super Bowl.
What?
He won the Super Bowl. Yes.
How many other quarterbacks won the Super Bowl last year? Out of all of them.
Well,
out of all
his
of them.
backup also won the Super Bowl.
Out of all of them.
So two.
Okay.
And his emergency.
Yeah, the emergency, the practice squad guy. There's like four guys that got rings.
Dude. I'm just saying, it's you don't. I don't think
but
you want to cite.
I'm not surprised. I think if now he's going to shift it into, hey, maybe I am losing it, so I'm going to be more of a coach, and we'll let someone else step in, and I won't lose the mystique of I'm the greatest of all time.
I think he likes doing this, like OTA. I'm going to go as hard and lead everyone as best I can. Go the hardest, and he realizes that, like, this knee is not responding. Like, if I do what I want to do, it will not be good for the long haul.
Yeah.
So instead of, like, admitting that and being like, hey, my knee's not really where I can't go as hard as I want to go.
He's 44 and he had surgery.
Yeah, but instead of saying that out loud, it's like, hey, I'm still going to be there. I'm going to be there every day. I'm just going to do more of, like, facilitating and maneuvering people around and getting comfortable that way, where it's like, yeah, that means your knee... It ain't great. Mm-hmm. Just saying. Again, I am the last person now. I've been bit too many times to count Tom Brady out. But
I'll count him out. I'll double down.
Christ.
I was a year early.
Okay.
He has a very good team, but his play is going to decline.
Who is the backup there? Is it Glennon?
It's Glennon, I think.
Glennon?
I think it was Glennon last year, so we'll see
I don't
if it's
think
Glennon.
you can win a Super Bowl with Glennon.
No. So if Tom Brady can't fight, or if he can't play, then they're kind of fucked. Because the NFC is very good. You're going to have a good offense and a good defense to get out of the NFC, especially the NFC West.
I just thought about when you said Tom Brady fight. Do you think Tom Brady would fight Jake Paul?
Well, I just pulled up. I said fight because I got the Paul thing pulled up.
Who would win that fight?
Tom Brady would not fight. He would not fight anybody. He's doing golf. He's going that direction.
Yeah.
He might do tennis. He's not going to do a boxing match. But him against Peyton Manning would be fun.
In a boxing match? Or?
Yeah, two old men.
No, I want to see Tom Brady fight Jake Paul. I think that would be the only time I go, I don't know if Tom Brady's gonna if Tom Brady's got this shit. I don't know, man.
It's better than Mike Glennon.
Who is it?
Blaine Gabbert.
Oh my God,
then they also have Kyle Trask and Ryan Griffin.
Blaine Gabbert. Jesus. Who's the backup in Jacksonville? Or the guy that was the Jacksonville, the dumb one? That's not... Because Blaine Gabbert was in Jacksonville, wasn't he?
He was for a bit, yeah.
Who's the guy I'm thinking of? The dumb quarterback that was the Jacksonville Jaguars guy until they just realized we got to go with Gardner Minshew. Who was that fucking guy?
Fuck.
Didn't he get traded to the Chicago Bears? Aaron, who am I thinking of? You know what I'm talking about?
I know who you're talking about, but yeah.
He's a dumb dude. A real dummy. I remember him being so dumb he did an interview one time where, like, he didn't know how to, like, this lady was interviewing him. She's like, what do you eat for breakfast? He's like, eggs. And they're like, how do you make them? He's like, oh, I don't know how to make them. And it was like something stupid like that.
They had Glennon and Jake Lutton.
No.
Joshua Dobbs. That's who they had in 2020.
No. This was like a while ago.
Let's see. I'll go back.
Anyway. Yeah, no, what was I saying before that?
Blake Bortles.
Blake Bortles. That's who it was. Blake Bortles. Blaine Gabbert, Blake Bortles. Those are the two, like, okay, I don't trust either one of those fucking guys. Mm-hmm. So, you know.
Do you trust Tua?
I don't really. No, not yet.
Have you heard
I haven't
his
seen
comments?
Enough. Why? What is he saying?
He made some comments that last year his play suffered because he didn't understand the playbook.
What does that mean?
So the reason why when he would come into the game and Fitzpatrick would replace him, he'd come in. He only had like a handful of plays he could run because he didn't fully grasp the playbook. Now there are people on both sides. Some say no quarterback at any level should be saying that, and they need to resolve it, and especially don't say it out loud. And then the other side's going, well, he didn't have OTAs, he didn't have training camp, he was kind of just thrown in. It's like, if you're a quarterback at that high of a level and you were the first overall pick, you should not be struggling with the playbook.
Well, if his point is like, I have done a lot of work and I feel like I'm going to be infinitely better because I have a much better grasp on. I mean, maybe he was generalizing the fact that, you know, he hadn't had a lot of time getting a chance. You know, he wasn't the starter in the beginning of the season. Mm-hmm. They had a you know, an abrupt beginning to the season. So I get it. Poor choice of words.
Are you worried if you're a Dolphins fan?
No. Not more worried than like I would be. Like, I still think you're gonna have to see what do you have on the field with him. Yeah. Like a full season under his belt as the quarterback in the offense you want to run with this guy, like almost like they did in Arizona last year. You know, it's like Kyle Murray. Like, you see, like, is this kind of, you know, and he was real. You know, he was very adamant, the Arizona coach, about being like, hey, we got to get rid of this other guy, and this is our guy, and I can make it work with this guy. Mm-hmm. I don't know how Miami feels about that, but this is the year to see if they have it. You know, just the way Philadelphia is going to do with Jalen Hurts. It's like, you got to see when you drafted these guys if this is the thing that you want out there. And so, I don't know. I wouldn't be worried about. I'd be happy to know like he's got a better understanding. If he said today, like, I didn't understand the playbook, and honestly, it's still unfathomable to me. Like, that would be really tough for me. I'd be like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like, what do you need? You know, how dumb do we have to make this thing? So just by saying like, hey, I got a better grasp on it. That's what he should have probably said.
Yeah.
But, you know, not a great choice of words.
I said when everyone was tanking for him, I didn't believe in him, and I still don't believe in him. The good news for Miami is they have so many picks next year that even if he is a complete bust, they'll be able to get somebody.
Spoken like a real Bills fan.
Speaking of,
I heard you guys want to get a tight end.
Brandon Beane did some moves. He cleared up $11 million in cap space, so we can go get Ertz if that's the way they want to go.
Is that something that would make? I mean, tight end would be an upgrade.
Yes,
for you guys, but. Is Zach Ertz the answer for $11 million? Or is he just someone that's a tight end with a name?
He's someone that you could put in for a year, maybe two. He still has some football left in him. He's still a very good player. So maybe he is the missing piece. It depends on what kind of offense they want to run this year. Mm-hmm. I'm sure they're going to switch it up a little bit. Unfortunately, we didn't lose our OC to a head coaching job, so he's going to get creative. You've seen what he's done the last 2 years and how different the team has been. So if Zach Ertz fits what he wants to run, they now have the ability to go get him.
Is it worth $11 million, though?
Well, I don't think they would give him the entire $11 million. They'd probably structure something. He'd probably get like 7 to 8 maybe. Yeah. And it'd be like a 1 to 2 year deal. Probably a 1 year deal.
1 year deal. Hopefully. You can get that. You know, that's what you want to see.
It wouldn't break us if he is a bust. And I do like that they got the guy from Seattle that Allen played with in college.
Who'd they get? I don't know. Like,
the fuck's his name?
What is he, a tight end?
Yeah, tight end.
I'd go to our other resident Bills fan, Lucas Hurl, but he is not with us, as you can see this week, because he's in Austin, and he is, what is he doing right now?
He is hunting snakes.
He's hunting snakes, of course. He's hunting snakes. I have so many questions for him. Is he looking for a particular type of snake? Are there snakes that you can't catch? If you catch one, you have to like set it free. Like, oh, you can't. That are there sizes of snake? Like, it's like fishing. Like, what if you get a little snake?
He's a fucking redneck.
What do you do with the snake when you get it? Why do you want to hunt a snake? Why are you going to look for these snakes? And don't like snakes just take care of themselves? Is there an over snake pop? Like, is there an area right now that's overpopulated with snakes? Too much.
Florida.
What?
Florida for sure.
Don't they have gators? Don't the gators eat the snakes?
No.
So there's nothing that gets the snakes in Florida.
No.
I don't know why he's in Austin then.
Yeah, there's more of
He was doing
there's more of a
some,
wild hog problem in
He was doing some shows out there.
Yeah,
And
I mean, that
he's
makes
got
sense,
family.
but-
He's visiting his
But
brother.
if he's really interested in getting those snakes, he's got to go down to Florida then. And I'll never. By the way, that's knowing this now is the icing on the cake for me to never return to Florida. Never,
You're never going back?
never. Just after Aaron just said that to me, and I don't even know if it's a fact.
It is. It's
Doesn't matter.
apparently
he said it with such conviction. I believe it, and it's cemented in my mind.
Apparently, so many people bought exotic snakes, like in the 80s,
Yep.
and then realized they got big and unwieldy, and they just dumped them in the Everglades, and they've made little baby snakes, and now there's
Look at that.
yeah.
Only Florida. Which that's
What
kind
does
of the
it?
problem. I don't feel like I have a big problem. I have a portion control problem. When I eat, I want to eat it, and I want to eat all of it, and I want all of it, and I want more of it,
Yeah.
and that's the
So
problem.
if you have a pint of ice cream, you eat the whole pint. When
Yeah, but I rarely go off on pints because let me tell you, if I eat a pint of ice cream, not only will I have a bad problem, like I feel terrible myself.
Yeah.
But I will have such horrible intestinal and gastro
Are
problems.
you lactose intolerant?
Yeah, probably. I've never not
So
diagnosed.
why would you go to a place and
I
order a
wouldn't-
milkshake that was the size of
Because
Caesar's
I like
Palace?
them. Because I enjoy them. Because it makes sense to me in my mind. Because there's a disconnect. Because that's how I say yes to the world. I don't put limitations on my body. I say, hey, can you handle this today? Let's find out. That's why.
Yeah.
Because it's fucking delicious.
It
That's
is.
why.
It is, yeah.
So, yes, to answer your question, I could eat a whole pint of ice cream and I would feel terrible about it, but I'd also have vicious diarrhea.
Yeah.
But my point is, like, when I get a plate of pasta, it's like I shouldn't eat a whole, like, you shouldn't make a pound of pasta for 2 people
No.
and have it finished.
No. But you do.
Come on now.
We live very
Waste
different
not,
lives.
want not, everyone. If anything we've learned from the last year and a half, it's we've really got to be, precious with our resources.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, dude. Do you see Johnny Manziel, speaking of resources, made, I don't know, he said probably at least $50K in college selling his autograph? Talked about
So
it.
he admitted it.
100%.
Well, good
In
for
an interview.
him. I mean, more people are doing it.
He said he went to a hotel room and signed like 10,000 things, and then the guy called him up. He took a picture of it. The guy gave him the code to the safe in the hotel room. Opened it up. There was $3,000. He's like, great. And then he said he told his friend that, and his friend's like, you're a fucking idiot. You can get way more money for that. So then he did the same thing for $30,000. He did it a couple times, but he says his loophole is that he did it after he won the Heisman.
So he was done playing.
I guess. I don't know. Was he done? Didn't he win the Heisman his junior year?
I
Didn't he
think
play it for a
so.
year
I mean,
after his
would
Heisman?
you put it past him that he did something illegal?
No. No. What, are you kidding me?
Playoffs?
No. Of course I knew he did it. My question is, like, I don't really, like, he's trying to, like, make it sound better by saying he did it after he won the Heisman. I don't know what difference that. First of all, I don't give a fuck. It's his name. Some asshole bought jerseys with his fucking name and number on it, and he signed him. I'm not saying he's dumb. I'm just saying it makes
He
perfect
won it
sense.
his freshman year.
His freshman year, yeah.
He's a redshirt freshman.
So it's like he played for a couple of years after that, and who gives a fuck? I don't care. They did it.
They should be making money.
Of course they should be making money.
It's a silly rule.
And I think it was Barstool. They were like, are you afraid they're going to take your Heisman away? He's like, no. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
They took OJ's away, and look how great he's doing.
He's got a great Twitter following.
How many? Does he have over he doesn't have over 1 million people, does he?
Oh, come on.
Does he have over 1 million followers?
I don't know off the top of my head. I would say absolutely yes. It's O.J. Simpson.
Wow.
But we'll see. Do you say no?
I mean, do you think he's monetizing this?
If he's smart, he's working with someone who knows how to monetize it.
But this is OJ. Is it Al Callings? Is he still alive? Do you think he's running OJ's Twitter? Is Al Callings running OJ's Twitter?
He's not even verified.
Well, you think Jack Dorsey's going to go and verify OJ?
I mean, it's the OJ.
Dude, you can't.
Just because, I mean, if Kim Jong-un is on Twitter, you still verify him. Doesn't matter what he's done. You want to know you're following the real guy and not one of the 50 knockoffs.
Yeah, but isn't Jack Dorsey married to like a hot blonde? That's like you can't if.
Sorry, he has 900,000.
Yeah, 901,000.
If Jack Dorsey was married to a North Korean woman, I don't think Kim Jong-un would be verified on Twitter. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
So,
but I think we as a podcast
Dorsey's got a female problem.
owe it to the Juice to get him verified and to tell all of you to follow him and get him up to 1 million.
I want the Juice on Cameo.
He is not verified, and his last post was a big RIP to F. Lee Bailey,
No way.
who died.
Oh yeah, he just died. I forgot.
He's great during football season, though. He gives out some pretty good fantasy advice.
Are you kidding me?
Not kidding.
So this is you now. You're gonna.
Is he the guy who gave me the lineup that won all the money?
No.
Maybe.
Dude, if you tell me right now the Juice won you $1 million, I'll believe this fucking podcast. I'll cut your head off.
He knows his shit, though.
Of course he knows football.
He's got a couple of hobbies. He's very good at both of them.
Well, look, I want to know if he's monetizing this situation. That would be because, then these 900,000 people are,
Yeah.
they're going along for the ride.
Yeah.
You can't follow the Juice. That's I don't know. Maybe you can. All right, so we got Manza. What else is going on?
Let's shift into hockey because
Holy
my
shit.
beloved Buffalo Sabres
that's
have
where
the first
we're in the middle
overall
of the greatest
pick.
playoffs.
The first overall pick.
Brenton.
We are going to turn it all around. Worst to first next year. Jack Eichel is going to stay.
Brenton.
We are going to win the cup finally.
How does the NHL do their draft? Their draft order? Is it balls out of it like the NBA?
Yeah. It's a lottery.
Okay. And if there were 100 balls in there, how many do you think the Buffalo Sabres had? 99 of them?
We probably had a good 95 or so.
So the fact that we're taking like joy in the fact that something happened that was I breathed
I'll tell you
air
why
today.
I'm happy. Because they were really bad last year, and they were the only team that actually, based on the odds of what pick they could get, moved down multiple spots.
Is that what the problem was this year,
That
Brenton?
was a big problem.
Is that what the problem was?
But I'll say this, Taylor Hall, who was a terrible pickup, and then we traded to Boston, and he's probably going to win a cup with the Bruins now. Every team that he's gone to, as soon as he leaves, they have gotten the first overall pick.
You are really grasping at straws here.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're doing, dude.
I'm just trying to have a winning team.
You're getting excited about something that should have happened.
I have to be excited
what you should
about
be excited about or is like possibly not blowing the number 1 draft pick again.
I don't
surrounding them with.
Yeah, I don't think they will.
Look,
They'll make the right call.
let's talk about the
Gotta
real.
have faith. But the real thing is the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yeah, they
very happy I'm not them. They are now 0-8 in series that they could have clinched.
And 3-1.
They were up 3-1 against a team that everyone picked them to beat. The Canadians are a decent team, but the Maple Leafs were built to win the cup.
Yeah, I really didn't watch any of the Canada series at all. But knowing that they were up 3-1, and going, what the fuck? They can't close this thing out.
And this is a team that has not won the Sabres have a long playoff drought. This team has not won a first round matchup in decades.
Really?
It's been a long time.
And then how are they doing that? They're coming back down here to play. So the winner of that series goes where? Into the Do they come down to Canada?
I think, once it's Canadian and American teams, they're going to have to shift and
So
and play
it's
each
okay
other.
for the finals or
Yeah.
the semifinals, but not for right now.
Maybe they'll have like a neutral. I haven't really looked into it. Maybe they'll do a neutral spot somewhere in Canada and have the team come up. I don't know.
The Islanders Bruins series is fucking
It's been some of the best hockey I've ever watched.
really good. Really good. Super competitive. Fucking nail biters. Great goaltending on both ends. Yeah, I mean, I'm not the hugest hockey fan, or also like I don't know a lot about it, but watching
Playoff hockey is just it's different.
completely different, man. You get a great like how hard and how fast these guys are going, and
Yeah.
what they're trying to get done in such short minutes of time. Insane. But those 3 games so far have been probably 3 of the best hockey games I've ever seen, and it's way better than the NBA.
Yeah.
I mean, the fucking Knicks. It's like
It was heartbreaking, but that's a fun young team, and they're going to come
Dude.
back. They'll get even better. Julius Randle's going to get better. They'll be back next year.
Yeah, we need a scorer. We need someone that we can give the ball to go, hey, we have a problem scoring, so we need you to score for us. We'll play defense. You need to score. You know what they could have used? This is the Knicks team. We could have used Carmelo.
Yeah.
This is the team that could have used Carmelo Anthony. When
Gave
we
up
got
on him.
Carmelo, we didn't really need that guy. We have the team now that we could. This is the team we need Carmelo. Give him the ball in the fourth quarter and let him fucking score. Then when everyone collapses on him, you kick it to Julius Randle, and then he hits a 3. But I'm guarding Julius Randle on 3 right now because that's what I know he's going to try to shoot. He tried to do too much. I was exciting to see fans back in Madison Square Garden. I wish we could have gave them more. The Knicks could have given more to cheer for.
Yeah.
They weren't even really close in that second half of that game.
But I like, so Dallas plays tonight. They can close out the Clippers, which
I mean, that's going to put an end.
puts an end to Kawhi in LA.
Yeah.
They lose tonight, he leaves for sure. And then the Clippers go back to being what they were when they were a joke.
Hi, Kawhi. You like New York?
There you go.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Now, I want a scorer. I want him scoring.
He can score.
He plays great defense, but I want him scoring.
He can shoot.
Yeah. And I don't want to hear about
That guy
any of
can
this
drop
load
40 points
management
whenever
bullshit.
he wants.
I don't need load management bullshit.
So if I'm you, I'm cheering hard for Dallas tonight. And
The Lakers
hoping-
are already done, which
Yeah.
I called.
yes, but
But what? Anthony Davis? Is that what you're going to say?
what I said
What?
was the Lakers are a sneaky, scary good team if Davis stays healthy and they all are able to play together. So in game 1, Davis didn't play great. They got blown out. Game 2 and 3, he dominated. They won both those games. Then
Yeah.
he gets hurt in game 4. They lose. He doesn't play game 5. They get destroyed. Schroeder doesn't even show up.
Schroeder wants to be a fucking a household name.
How many points did he have in game 5?
I have no idea.
0.
All I know is I watched him play defense for the
Davis
first time.
wasn't
with 10
on
minutes
the
left
floor.
in the game.
Davis didn't play. Schroeder had 0 points.
They looked. I was like watching at one point. I go, does this team play defense at all?
They were one of the best defensive teams in the league this year.
Nuts.
But keep in mind, the Suns are very good. The Lakers roster, honestly, without Davis and James both playing well, it's not that good of a team. But if they both stayed healthy and they had played their game, I think they could have beaten the Suns. Would they have beaten, if they had to play Denver? If they got by Denver, if they played the Jazz? Probably not. They're probably not going to repeat. But, I was surprised that they lost.
Dude,
They could have beaten the Suns. But
Devin Booker-
the Suns are a very good team, and Booker is making a name for himself.
Devin Booker and
Ayton.
Ayton's
had
good
probably
too.
the
But
best-
Devin Booker and Trae Young to me so far are two guys that are like, we like the playoffs.
Yeah.
I am doing well.
How
and
good was that trade on draft night between Dallas and Atlanta? The Luka Trae Young trade.
Yeah.
It's worked out for both of them.
I mean, Luka, hopefully, when his neck is healthy, and it looks like it got a little bit better the last game, for the game where his neck was fucked up, it was like, oh my God, this guy, he looks like a liability on the floor. But with the health, he's looked much better. And again, he's got to, he can dominate.
Yeah,
he can dominate.
absolutely.
And that's the scary thing. When you got a guy like a Devin Booker or a Trae Young or a Luka that can just fucking go out and put up 50, you can lose almost any playoff game, even if you play well.
And Mark Cuban knows that, and he was quoted this last week as saying he would rather leave his wife if that meant keeping Luka Doncic with the organization for the long term. Mm-hmm. He said, get the divorce papers ready.
He's a smart man.
I'm taking Luka.
He's going to lose less money. Mm-hmm. He'll have to give a shitload of money to his wife, but not as much as Luka would pull away or he's going to make.
But yeah,
wow.
The NBA playoffs have been pretty decent. There's been some good games.
Not really.
There's been some
Not
good
really,
games.
dude.
Yeah.
What good games have you watched?
You didn't enjoy any of the Knicks games?
No.
Really?
The first one was a great ending, even though we lost.
Well, the Grizzlies gave the Jazz some pretty good, couple of games.
Yeah,
that they
Ja
hung with them.
Morant looked great. A couple games and stuff kept him in it, but like at no point.
And
was
then
like,
I like watching the Joker play.
Yeah, well, and Washington and Philadelphia.
That wasn't
They had a
much
couple
of a
close
matchup.
games, but with Embiid hurt, it's like, well, just give it to the fucking Nets.
Yeah. That wasn't much of
And
a
I don't know
matchup. The Bucks kind of destroyed the Heat, but the second round.
The Bucks.
Dude, the second round's going to be good.
Dude, the Bucks embarrassed the Heat, dude. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Not one of those games was fucking competitive, dude.
No.
They whooped the Heat's ass up and down the floor. All 4 fucking games. Not like...
But the second round, this is where it gets good.
Yeah, well...
Bucks, Nets, that's going to be great. 76ers and Atlanta, that should be good. Phoenix, Denver should be
76ers and Atlanta is going to be good if Joel Embiid is... I mean, I hope he's healthy, but if he's not, it's going to be... I'll tell you right now, I might take Atlanta. Because Clint Capella ain't fucking around. Trae Young has a real good taste for the playoffs, and, they're playing well. I don't know if they have the defense, but they played better defense than the Knicks, and the Knicks were one of the better defensive teams in the NBA. Mm-hmm. Both at home and on the road.
According to this, it's looking good for Embiid, so he should be good to go.
I heard a torn meniscus. I thought that was not good at all.
This is as a day ago.
I think I have a torn meniscus.
Dealing with a small meniscus tear. But he's battled knee injuries throughout his career, so for this to happen in the postseason, people are panicking, but it looks like Embiid is going to be fine, and according to Adrian Wojnarowski, he's going to be good to go. So they may manage his minutes for the first few games, but he'll be fine.
Well, if they better hope he is, because if he's not, Atlanta's gonna.
It'll be interesting.
Because
I hope he plays. Because honestly,
because Harris can shoot and a couple, but Ben Simmons by himself,
he needs Embiid.
He needs Embiid. You want Ben Simmons? I'd rather have Julius Randle.
Yeah.
Try to score for my team than Ben Simmons.
But a cool thing, if the 76ers do happen to run the table and win the championship, Danny Green becomes the first athlete in any sport to win a championship with 4 different teams. So it's something to look out for.
So, San Antonio, the Lakers. Who else did he win with?
Was he with... he wasn't with Toronto, was he?
4 teams. No one's won a championship with 4 teams?
Not
even a backup
Not
quarterback?
with 4 different teams, no.
Really? Interesting.
Let's see. He won 2014.
He's been around for a while, too.
Yeah.
Feels weird that we're in the studio, dude.
It's brighter.
It is brighter. And I'm already sick of looking at your face.
You're staring at the screen. You're staring at yourself.
I know. I don't know where to look. Hey. Aaron, have you been doing a lot of podcasts in here?
He was with the Heat.
It's picking up.
Or no, he was with the Spurs. That was 2014.
Oh,
Sorry.
he was?
2014 was the Spurs, and then 2019 he was with...
Did he win 4 in a row?
No.
Oh.
This would be for 2014, 2019, 2020
okay.
with the Lakers. He was with the Raptors in 2019, yeah.
that the NBA series have not been nearly as fun to watch as the fucking hockey
yeah,
series.
hockey's been great. But again,
I'd like to see a couple competitive games.
I know you're
throughout the
upset
game.
because the Knicks lost, and it's been a while. It was exciting. You were expecting more. But some of the games have been good. You're being a pessimist because your team lost. And I get it.
Yeah, well,
And
we
I
also got our asses
empathize.
kicked.
Yeah, you did.
And we
kinda.
lost 2 games at home.
Yeah.
When we haven't had a home playoff game in
And you
over
had
12 years.
packed out
10
arena.
years. Everyone was
sucks.
there.
It sucks. But it
And
happens.
fucking Trae Young taking bows.
Yeah,
And he deserved it.
he did.
They had game 1, they couldn't. I mean, how do you. The pick and roll. It's like, you got to know he's got to go to the fucking basket. You got to know that.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. They got Buxton to fucking stop this guy. And it's like, God damn it. Once they lost that, I was like, all right, well, winning game 2 was big, but also absolutely fucking necessary. And then they got fucking smoked in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Smoked. Then come out. And I go, come on. I turned it on. I had so many practices. I turned and I go, just give me like a 10-point lead for Atlanta. 10 is manageable. You turn on like 21 points. I go, when is this team going to make it close? Golf this weekend, the Memorial. Jack Nicklaus's fucking thing in Ohio. It's a big tune-up for the U.S. Open. A lot of top names playing. My daily fantasy, I was fucking kicking ass. I had Colin Morikawa.
Oh, they got rained out. That's right.
Well, they didn't get rained out.
Well,
I
they
mean,
stopped play.
yesterday. Yeah. He didn't win. He was in first place up until yesterday. Like, they're still playing the tournament. But it's going well for me this weekend. Colin Morikawa, Jordan Spieth playing well.
You're cashing.
Could have probably cashed, yeah, and maybe even win my weekly fantasy. So we'll see. Fingers crossed. But yeah, no, that's the U.S. Open's in 2 weeks, and we'll have a guest on to talk, probably Court again.
Honestly, who else would we have? The guy picks the winner every single time he's on the show.
He did pick a couple winners.
He literally every time, except maybe one. We've had him on probably 4 or 5 times. He's picked at least 4 winners. The guy just knows. And how he's not a multi-millionaire betting on these guys is beyond me.
I'm so looking forward to going because, like, we're going to the U.S. Open. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
But it's like it's like going with the Fonz. Like, everybody knows him, and it's like,
Oh, I used to open for him every year down there when times were normal, and he'd have just the entire crowd would be people from the tournament.
and he would get he gets so old and curmudgeonly, like he just thinks he can go anywhere.
Yeah.
And so the people are like, stop. And he's like, I have a pass. And like, all right. It's like, so it is fun because of the access, but
Yeah.
he is grumpy. He can get grumpy.
Yeah.
But he's fucking, he's like, everyone loves him there. He's like, fucking cool guy. I'm like, great.
It's
I'll
the
fucking
best.
kick your ass on the court. That's right. What? Court? Course? Course. You know what I meant to say.
I have some news
What?
that was brought to my attention by our Patreon member Taylor. So our beloved Chris Harrison.
Who?
Which
Who are you
one's
trying
in
to-
trouble?
Chris Harrison?
Yeah. The Bachelor,
Bachelor
host,
guy?
Chris Harrison,
Chris Hansen's the guy that gets you
to
in
catch
trouble.
a predator.
Yeah, although he got
I'm
caught.
I'm the bait.
I think
Did he get caught?
He got caught cheating on his wife, I think.
Oh, well, that's not as bad as. Well, how old was the person?
I don't
he
know.
was-
She was of age, but still, it's like, hello, come on.
So Chris Harrison is not being brought back for Bachelor in Paradise this season.
Whoa, what a
I will
surprise.
give you 3 guesses as to who his replacement is.
Whitney Cummings.
No.
Eliza Schlesinger.
No.
But
You're in the right category.
Louis C.K.?
It would be fun.
If Louis C.K. was the host of Bachelor in Paradise, I would watch every single week.
Absolutely.
Every single week.
It would be the best.
No, who is it?
It's David Spade.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
David
my God.
Spade will be hosting Bachelor in Paradise.
So, now that's the one where they go to an island?
Yeah, they just
Does Spade have to
these
go
are
to
all
the
like
island?
former contestants that didn't get picked, and
Okay.
they just throw them on an island, and they all have an orgy. And the way it works is you have like I don't
What's
know.
the
Let's say
purpose?
there's 20 people that start on this island. They start pairing off. Like it's men and women. It's equally matched. And they all start pairing off and start dating, but then they can go on other dates with other people. And then once people start to get like kind of serious with somebody, a little exclusive, they bring in someone else that comes in and fucks it all up.
But what's the like? Do you like? Is it the first person to hook up and have a committed relationship wins, or what, how does it work?
I don't know. I've never watched, but I think it's just like you then decide, okay, I want to marry this person, and we leave the island.
And this is the summer show for them, right?
Yeah.
This is the one that happens in the summer. Mm-hmm. Does Spade have to go down to this fucking island? Because I saw him the other night.
Gets to.
Look, I know it's gets to. But he doesn't.
If
he
I
lives
came
in a
up
really
to you
nice
right
place
now,
yeah.
Steve, and I said, I'll give you like $10 million, and I'll pay for you to go to this island, and you can watch young people fuck for a month.
Okay, that's me. Yes, I'm doing that.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that. Now, I'm not David Spade. David Spade's got a great life here in Los Angeles with a beautiful house that, and everything he wants here. Now, $10 million, that's a different story. That's a job, and you go where you get the fucking job. But, it's like I don't really want to go to an island for a month and a half and deal with
go to
that.
an island.
What I'm saying is like
Sounds
Chris
fucking
Harrison
great.
was perfect for that.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't need to be entertained and or entertaining other people. But it's like Spade is going to want to go, after a while, it's like, I don't want to deal with that trash anymore. But like, what is his outlet going to be?
Yeah, the only thing
No
that,
stand up. What is he going to fly Egget down there to fucking
Look,
hang out with him for?
The only thing that I think is kind of funny and could come to be is now you have a host who is arguably way more famous than the guy who was hosting. And I'm pretty sure he's single, right?
Yeah,
So
well,
he
I
might
mean-
end up fucking all these girls that are on this island
That
anyway.
was the other thing I was going to say. I was like, how does he not get involved with that? Like,
yeah, he's going to
if you
leave
have
with
no
10
outlet,
women. And there's just going to be a bunch of dudes with six-packs standing on the island going, what the fuck do we do now?
So maybe that's the idea of the game now.
Yeah.
It's like, if I'm a girl, it's like, yeah, I'm going on that show to like whatever, but my purpose is to fuck David Spade and get pregnant by him.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. What do the guys get?
They get to watch.
Not,
They get to watch Joe Dirt
we're
work.
not watching this, are we?
I'm not watching it.
It's not going to be mandatory for the podcast.
No.
Like, it's not
We
the
don't-
fans are like, hey,
do that.
we want you guys doing this.
We don't do that.
We can't do it. We don't have it in us
Football's
anymore.
coming up. 100 days.
100 days. We got to get
prepare.
prepared. Oh, please.
Bills are going to win the Super Bowl. Sabres are going to win the Cup. Super Bowl is
Bro.
in Los Angeles, and if the Bills are in it, we're going.
Okay.
I will pay whatever amount of money I need to pay. We're going to go.
We got this. We're recording, right,
Yeah.
Andrew?
Yeah. And that's not my name.
It's Aaron.
Aaron, sorry.
It's been a while. I get it.
Andrew's kind of an Emma-Aaron mesh, I guess.
It's it's a mix-up of everyone's name that I know together.
By the way, we have a question from superfan Casper Rothball.
Holy shit! Is he? Are we actually live right now?
Yeah,
we're
Oh, I
live.
had no idea.
Yeah,
for
he's
real.
watching.
You know what?
Get outta here.
You wouldn't know that we were live, even though I told you we were going to go live, and then we posted.
Well,
we
I
were
said
gonna
we
go
were live in the
and-
beginning, but I meant like we're live in the studio back in the. I didn't realize like everything I said.
This
was
is a
going straight
legit.
out.
This is a real thing now. It's not us in our living rooms. You're not in your hotel basement.
I like that. I wasn't getting used to
This
it,
is
but
show
I like
business
I like the
again.
control of it. What's Casper want? Oh man, I miss him.
He wants to know how your back is doing because you have a bet to pay off where you're going through a table.
Yes, you do.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about this for a second, okay? Number one.
Well, sorry. Can I
We're
stop
still
you
in a
real quick?
pandemic,
Can I
Casper.
stop
I don't know
you
what's
real
going
quick?
on in what.
I actually lost a bet as well with Nick Kekaris, who is a server at the Comedy Store and a comic.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have to go through a table now, too, even though I would willingly go through a table. So we can do that together when you are, in fact, ready to do it.
You want to do double tables?
Double
like
tables.
Synchronized table smash?
I'll bounce off mine. You'll smash through yours.
God. I really... Look, first of all, this is our European fan, so we have to really take this seriously.
Yes.
I don't know if you realize,
Really
Casper,
trying to
we're
get
still in
at
the
that
middle of a
market.
pandemic, okay? So I don't know if it's... I'd have to ask Dr. Fauci first if it's safe for me to go through a table. I need to know.
That's how the virus spreads.
You never know. I don't want to fucking get another wave going because I got loose.
The Buffalo variant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The wing mafia. So, look, when the time is right, when I'm medically cleared, and I will go through it. Hopefully, you guys forget again.
People don't forget.
Hopefully they
man.
forget.
You still haven't put on the anteater costume.
You haven't brought the anteater costume.
I don't think
can't-
one exists.
I talked to UC Irvine. They can't give it out. It's like they have one costume.
It's bastards. But you did eat ants.
I
And that
did
was
eat
fun.
a fucking ant, and it bit my tongue.
Yeah, it did.
Badly.
Yeah.
And I was numb in that spot for a day or two after that. Also,
Probably poisonous.
it probably, red ants or fire ants or something.
Yeah.
I'll go through the fucking table. Maybe we'll do it for an NFL kickoff thing.
Yeah.
All right. I'll go through the table.
Awesome.
All right. We're not lighting it on fire or anything.
Why?
Dude. Because this is the dumbest thing anyone's ever done in their
It's not dumb.
Why is it not dumb?
Because
you have a perfectly fine table, and I'm going to smash it.
We are creating jobs. There are people who make those tables. They have families, and we're keeping them in business.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding
The
you.
Rubbermaid people, you're keeping in
Bill's
business.
Mafia is keeping people in business.
Dude, it is the dumbest thing ever. I will do it because, I lost a bet, and that was the thing I have to do, and I will pay it off. But I'm not lighting it on fire. I'm not going from a huge distance. I'm going to fall on the table, smash it up. Everyone will laugh. Hopefully I'll be in one piece, and they won't have to put Humpty Dumpty back together again,
Go
Casper.
on your side. Don't go on your back. Just jump on your side.
I'm working with Obamacare here, dude. I don't know what kind of fucking Illuminati insurance you have over in Denmark. You could probably
I'm sure
smash
it's all
up.
free.
Yeah.
They probably have doctors going door to door and asking,
Making
are you
sure
feeling
everyone's
good?
all right.
Okay?
You guys good?
You good? Need a new heart?
What?
Strategically, Brenton, I think you want to go on your back. You want to spread that impact as far as the biggest part of your body as you can.
So you're saying go in and then turn onto your back?
No, I'm saying if you're gonna fall on your back, you want that because that's how wrestlers. You spread the impact across the largest
I'm worried about my head hitting the floor
So
and
don't
or
do
the
that.
table. I'm worried about missing the table. I'm worried about hitting the table in the wrong spot and flipping off the table.
You got to hit it right in the middle.
Yeah, I know. But guess what, Andy? This is the first time I've ever gone through a fucking table.
And we have to do it karate style, like the kids hitting the blocks. If you don't break it, you have to go again.
Dude,
You got to keep going till it breaks.
I'll tell you this, Brenton. If I fall off an object onto a table and it doesn't break, that's the only time I'm doing it, okay?
No.
I'm not doing this to...
You have to break a table. You have to go through a table.
If I don't have enough mass and I'm too light to break a table,
You're
then
not
so be
too
it.
light to break a table, Steve.
Yeah, you're not going to bounce off it like a wet fish.
I might bounce off it.
Brenton might need a dozen tries.
I'm going to have to wear like those weighted sleeve things and
I'll
just hold like a dumbbell.
provide my own table, pre-cut.
This is my
Don't breathe on it.
balsa
It'll
wood
fall
table.
apart. You could throw a toothpick on that table. It's gonna smash in half. All right, we'll get it done,
You'll be fine,
Casper.
though.
Hope you're doing well, dude. I love those pictures of your his breakfast over like a fisherman's wharf and shit. It looks really decadent. Yeah, what else is going on? I got like another 4 or 5 minutes left here because I got, all the shit. Tournament of Champions, All-Stars,
You're a
plays
busy
tonight.
man.
Shout out to my son who is one of the stars of his school play. They had their opening night last night. It was fucking awesome. They did it in the parking lot. They really persevered. We melted in the sun. They didn't. We did. But it was great. I'm glad to see. It's nice to see them thriving in something and doing well.
Yeah.
What else?
Baseball?
Baseball is fucking... Let me tell you something.
It's a sore subject.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something,
my team
right?
sucks right now.
Well, your team...
But this did happen in the last week. We saw arguably the worst play in the history of Major League Baseball.
Yep.
Look, Javi Baez outsmarted. I don't know what that first baseman... I don't know. It was the Pittsburgh Pirates for
The
his first
Pirates are a minor league team at best.
If you... And I quizzed my son. I go, what went wrong here? He goes, he should have just stepped on first base. It was over. I go, oh, yeah, that's it. That's what went wrong there. Okay. Not the throws, not the throw back, not any of that shit. It's the horseplay. That's where this whole generation of just make the sound play. It comes back to bite you because everybody wants to be exciting. Everybody wants to make a fucking thing or have a YouTube moment. So I'll run down the line.
Okay.
And I'll chase him down there. And all of a sudden, here comes your YouTube moment.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, you're going to chase him down the line.
Yeah. Why?
So tag him. You don't have to.
Yeah.
Obviously, all you had to do is step on the bag. It's 2 outs.
I know. But
just tag him.
But that was the thing. It was like they were trying to make like a fucking, a Carson sit-down moment where it's like, ha, 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 look at us fucking having fun here, blah, 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 back and forth. You know, it's like, just tag the fucking guy. How about we play the game?
But also the thing that hasn't been brought up as much is the second baseman also did a very poor job not covering first base, because even after the guy scored, technically, throw it to first base and the run doesn't count.
Yeah.
Dude, the second baseman's probably like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
But still cover first base.
Yeah, I guess. Yes, of course. You want to cover.
You're a professional.
You're a professional. But also, like, why don't we all pretend that we're professionals? Why are we playing Little League rules?
Yeah.
This guy's running down first base.
Very, very upsetting. But also funny.
Not as poor as the fucking umpiring in the Yankees-Rays game yesterday. Not as poor as that. Squeezing the fuck out of Garrett Cole and then giving Yarborough pitch after pitch after pitch out of the strike zone. I mean, these are season-changing moments. Yeah. When you got the first-place team and your best pitcher on the mound and you've beaten him, you've got to play him 4 times and you beat him twice already, or you're up 2-1, you don't want to split with them at home. You want to beat that fucking team.
Yes.
And that umpire cost us that fucking game. Now, did the fact that the Yankees had second and third and nobody out and didn't score, and first and third and nobody out and didn't score? Yes. You know why? Because they can't fucking score, dude. They do not have a good offense. They suck. They suck.
It's not a good team, but...
Right now, it is not a good team.
They're not done.
It's only a third of the season, but it's already a third of the season. You know what I'm saying?
Once we get to the All-Star break, then it really
it might be too late by then. And they got the Red Sox for the next 3 games. So time to get your shit together. You can't play 500 baseball anymore. You lost that privilege.
Yeah.
It's 650 the way in or fucking done. Because, again, this whole division is good for some goddamn reason, except for the Baltimore Orioles, which have figured out they're like, we got to be this.
I mean, Buffalo Blue Jays kicking butt.
I know, and they're going to go up to that fucking. They were like 16-8 last year, up in that tin can with lights.
It's a very nice for a minor league stadium. It's a very nice.
I'm sure
stadium.
It looks great.
Yeah.
I had a T-shirt, Buffalo Braves. I had it for a long, long time, and I lost it. Great story, Steve. Anyway,
talking about the basketball team.
No, the Buffalo Braves or the Buffalo. What's the minor league?
Bisons.
Team? Bisons. That's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Speaking of Braves and Bison, there's no more Indians. Did you hear?
So they're done with the name now.
Next year, they picked a couple names that are going to be the new, like one of the names, the finalists.
Is one of them the Browns?
They're not picking any. I don't even know what they are. They're not picking anything Native American related.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that was the whole point of changing the name to begin with.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you know how you go, like, from, like, they're not the Indians, they're the Hawks
Sioux
now,
or
like
Iroquois,
or like the you know the Spears. I don't know, you know the whatever, the Wigwams. They're not going to be anything like that. They're going to be like the you know whatever. They're going to be like the fucking the Bolts. You know the. Something
a final list from an initial pool of nearly 1,200 entries.
Oh my God! So I would have loved to see that list. I would have loved to have seen that list,
especially from Cleveland fans.
Yeah. I mean, 100 of those must have been some of the most horrific language ever used in one word or 2 words. I mean, just based on the people I know from Cleveland alone. They don't say what the actual names are now.
It's ESPN, so why would they give us anything?
Yeah, they got to give you a whole article before they give you the
real pain in the ass.
Oh, they didn't even put it in.
Everything's like a fucking. Just get to it, please.
Yeah.
For the love of God.
Yeah,
Whatever. It doesn't matter. They're not going to
list.
be the Indians after next year, so don't buy a hat anymore. Or buy a hat if you want.
Yeah, buy a hat and be nostalgic.
You have anything, dates, plugs? You got to.
I've got a cake tasting tomorrow.
Oh my God.
At 2 in the afternoon, and we'll also be sampling the restaurant for the rehearsal dinner. That'll be around noon. And then I meet with the wedding decorator Sunday at 7.
Do you guys live stream your P90X sessions? I'd like to watch one.
We can, yeah, if you want us to.
I'd like to see one.
Okay.
Congratulations on all that. Must be a busy weekend for you. I don't know if you'll have enough time.
It's going to be a lot of cake. It's her sister's birthday we're celebrating tonight. I'm just going to eat cake all weekend.
I'm not doing spots. I got a little thing I'm doing next week. I'm going away for a couple days, so I'll be in New York and was seeing some people. So, but Father's Day weekend, get your tickets, San Diego, La Jolla Comedy Store. Myself and Court McCowan, and then I'll be I got some dates. Governor's on Long Island. I think that's like July. Hold on. They get pissed if I don't say it right. They get real.
Yeah, I wonder why they would be upset.
16, 17, 16 and 17th of July. 16, 17. Governor's Long Island, coming back home, seeing the fucking family.
Your
and the
eyes are so dead right now.
It's just I've heard they've had good indoor shows, and I hope that it's like mine's going to be good too. But I've heard some nightmares too. I'm excited about going.
I'm sure
back.
It'll be great.
Yeah, but that's it for right now. That's the podcast for this week. Thank you very much for listening, ladies and gentlemen. Please rate, like, subscribe. I don't know. I mean, what are the other things I have to do, Brenton?
You can join Patreon. If we get to 10,000, Emma will start an OnlyFans.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. Yeah, if you're an Emma fan, she's going to start an OnlyFans. We're not getting into the content yet, but it will be up and running. So
yes.
Thank you again for listening, and we'll see you guys next week.
Go Bills.
How you been? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Steve Renazizi. I'm the guy. I'm the guy. Fucking lit. I'm the guy. Steve Renazizi. Lit. I'm the guy. I'm the guy. Fucking lit. I'm the guy. Steve Renazizi. What's the odds? 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 What's
so much Game of Thrones.
You're just watching all of them?